recent times, AI/ML has been integrated into our KYC process as a whole by almost all financial institutions. I'm saying almost all because there are still companies that are lagging behind. So recent surveys say that about 40% of the companies, of the big companies, are actually investing a lot in KYC technologies and AI/ML technologies, and about 25% of them are seeing high growth in their revenue. So these companies have been investing a lot year on year. If you take the recent statistics, it's like 80 to 85% extra investment for AI/ML year on year. So considering the technologies that are majorly employed, there are like four five main technologies that are used, like for example pattern detection, there is fraud detection, which is again a subsidiary of pattern detection. There is prediction or foresight that is used in transactions. There is a lot of rule based technologies that are employed, which is decision making, for example, or customization. These are all the major areas in which AI/ML is used. There are now, when you combine these technologies as a whole, for example, you take in pattern detection and you take in prediction, you have a very powerful decision making system which can actually be superior to a human. It can actually predict the chance of a fraud of a particular transaction to a much higher degree. So this is why these companies are heavily investing in AI/ML. Okay, so the early adopters, like say for example Citigroup or say HDFC, these companies have actually had a good advantage early on. So the onboarding, AI powered onboarding actually helps to optimize and safeguard their processes. So in the end, AI/ML processes help in boosting the process automation. It gives a better customer experience. It helps prevent fraud to a greater degree, and overall it helps to optimize and automate the process that was currently existing in the industry. Let's take an example of the current existing manual KYC process. So in its essence, it's just collecting of information. There's a person who goes and collects the information of the customer, his existing PAN card or other or whatever identification proof that he has. So someone just collects it. There is a scrutiny that goes on. Everything is a manual process, and after say 2-3 days, his account gets opened. This is a baseline process of how a manual KYC process happens. Now think about AI doing this process. All the data is collected. We are going to employ say pattern recognition and fraud detection on these documents that are collected digitally, and everything is over in a matter of minutes. So the extra scrutiny that goes in by a human person can actually be replaced by AI. The pattern detection and decision making capabilities of AI is actually superior in this respect. For example, a layman who does not understand what a particular document is can easily be vulnerable to fraud. This is almost entirely negated by an AI/ML process. And finally, the learning capabilities of AI/ML processes, it will enable the business to automate further. So it's a constantly learning system. It can be tuned and tweaked as the institution as the institution needs. AI/ML is quite superior in giving a very good customer experience. It is better at decision making, definitely better at removing a manual process. So it actually helps reduce a lot of frauds. Along with the implementation of AI/ML in these processes, you can actually save a lot of time and money. That is a definite saving that you can see, as well as the productivity of people also improves by employing these quick and efficient methods.